I'm Ethan Cai with Campus Reform, and today we're at Dartmouth College, where Bernie Sanders just spoke to students. Throughout the day, we've been asking students about what they think about Bernie Sanders. Although he's a millionaire who advocates for the rich to pay their fair share to the poor, he gives relatively low amounts to charity. What will students think about that? Let's take a look. What do you think about Bernie Sanders as a candidate?
I think he's definitely progressive. I think he's what our country needs at this point.
Well, I've been a Sanders fan since he launched his first bid for the presidency in 2016.
Yeah, I think he's a cool guy. He seems like chill.
Yeah, I like his views on student debt a lot.
One of his platforms, as you probably know, is to help the poor.
Yep.
And I would argue that one of the best ways to help the poor is through charity. In 2016, when he wrote his book, he made millions of dollars. He became a millionaire. About what percent of his annual income do you think he gave to charity?
I'm gonna go with 7%.
40? 35.
It's gonna be like 20, 25.
I hope it's a substantial amount of what he earns if that's what he's trying to advocate for and if that's what his platform is on.
I'd say less than 10%. I know he got some pretty nice new houses.
75%?
Okay, would it be surprising if I told you he gave less than 1%?
I guess, yeah.
10%, 5%.
Okay, so it was actually less than 1%.
Good.
What if I told you it was less than 1%?
Hey,
He actually gave less than 1%.
Really?
If I told you he actually gave less than 1%,
Ooh.
would you think that's hypocritical, that he's kind of advocating for like the millionaires and billionaires to pay back their fair share,
For
yet
sure.
he doesn't himself?
Yes, definitely.
Why would you think that?
Because if you're giving 1%, less than 1% of your annual income, you can't go and like rub and then millionaires' face. When he's actually a millionaire, if you made a million from a book. But did you say whose name did you say before?
Bernie
Sanders.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Bernie
I'm
gives,
like,
in 2016,
less
when he
than-
made the most money that he has in any year, he gave less than 1%.
definitely not cool if that's what he's trying to praise.
Do you think it's hypocritical that he's advocating for the millionaires and billionaires to pay his fair share when he himself
Yes.
doesn't do so?
For sure. I'm not a particular Bernie fan.
What do you think about Bernie Sanders as a candidate?
I think he's definitely progressive. I think he's what our country needs at this point.
I mean, I just think that it's his money and he can do what he wants with it.
Would you guys think that's hypocritical that he's always talking about, the millionaires and billionaires paying their fair share, but he doesn't do so himself?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I would want to know what he's doing with the rest of the money.
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, I would say so.
Well, he's always talking about the 1%. Maybe that's the 1% he gave to charity,
I don't believe that the best way to help the poor is by giving to charity. I mean, charity, sure, I mean, I think that charity, right, as a concept is something that, that should be core to every liberal, to every progressive, to every person, right? But the best way to support the poor is through systematic intervention, right? Government intervention.
Well, I know he refuses to pay his interns $15 an hour, and there's been a couple other occasions where he's kind of been a bit more hypocritical.
He's a millionaire, so he's alongside the millionaires, but he's giving less than 1%, but advocating for millionaires to give more than 1% theoretically, and that's very hypocritical.
Oh, well, hello there. I'm Captain Phillips with Campus Reform. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to join our team, we're always looking for new investigators, correspondents, and tipsters. Click right here to learn more about that. If you want to donate to help us make more videos like the one you just saw, click that button there. And if you want to be among the first person to see all of our new content, click that subscribe button right over there. Thanks so much. Hey, I didn't hear you click anything. Did they click one yet?